Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Card Blitz. I'm your host, Kelly Reed, joined by my co-host, Patrick Marshall.
Hi guys, what's up, man?
Oh, dude, it's been a crazy week, and next thing I know, like we've got opening day less than 24 hours away here in the continental U.S.
Baseball, baseball, baseball.
Yeah, you can feel it, man.
It
Everyone's
is.
chomping at the bit for, you got your fantasy baseball guys going, you got your the sports books. I'm sure they're busy. I'm not condoning it or anything like that. What you do is
Yeah.
what you do, but
Oh,
yeah, you
absolutely.
know.
Preseason MVPs. I mean, division rivals. I mean, it's fun, dude. It's
It's a
awesome.
whole new season.
Yeah. Trades. How a team's going to do it. GMs going. Okay, let's go. What's happening here? It's
Oh yeah,
fun.
yeah. So it's been a crazy, 5 months since the end of last World Series. So yeah,
Yeah. 5 months. Oh, that's way too long.
they do need to break these players, right?
Well, I think NFL does a good job of like already getting into like trade deadlines and arbitration, and then all of a sudden the draft comes up. I mean, they just never seem to quit. Baseball has a little bit of lull, so
Right. Well, yeah. Um, Speaking of football and NFL, we got a birthday to celebrate, man.
yeah.
So and I grew up watching this guy. I think you did too. He's none other than this 1988 Topps card of Marcus Allen.
Ooh, that's nice.
Dude,
That's
old
nice.
Marcus, yeah, man, he turned 65 today, so he can officially retire
You're
twice,
right.
right?
He's
Once from the
born
NFL and
1960.
once from the
You're right.
workforce.
I mean, that's pretty cool. You know, 1981 Heisman Trophy winner, Super Bowl MVP, and Super Bowl champion of Super Bowl 18, which is pretty cool.
I think
So,
he's the only one ever to do that in NFL history is to
yeah,
win the Heisman and Super Bowl winner, right?
I think you're right. Correct. And he actually has some other awards tagged onto that. He's like, I was reading some things. I go, Marcus Allen is a stud. I mean, he really is. And
Yeah,
he's
man.
like, he's like the most prolific goal line rusher. He was like 6'2", 210. He's not huge, but he knew how to find holes and jump over the top. I mean, most prolific like goal line and short yardage rusher in history. Something I read. I was like,
Dude,
wow.
I don't know. I think sweetness might have a say about that, right?
Yeah, but I mean statistics. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe in big games, maybe that's what it comes down to. So
Maybe, yeah, Walter Payton didn't get as many opportunities because he was on some horrible Bears teams over the years. So
that's right.
he
Yeah,
was the offense. But same thing though for for Marcus Allen. Like he was. I mean, he kind of lucked out with the Raiders drafting Bo Jackson there, and he played nice. And he tried to get along with Bo in the backfield, but certainly I think that might have taken some of his reps also.
well, that 85 season, he had like 1,750 yards and like something like almost 20 touchdowns. I mean, he was huge. I mean, he was dominant. That was his peak. And then I think 86, he slowed down. 87, there were questions of whether or not Marcus Allen's going to be around. Then Bo Jackson stepped in. I think Bo Jackson took the stage, but Marcus Allen was very effective. Average over 4 yards a carry. I mean, he still did well.
That kind
So
of reminds me of that tandem of Herschel Walker and Tony Dorsett for one or two seasons here in
yeah.
Dallas.
Well, like Marcus Allen averaged 10 touchdowns a season for 15 years. Okay.
Definitely Hall of
But
Fame worthy, right?
yeah, back in the day. And so I mean, I have a lot of pride in this card. This is a Marcus Allen rookie card that I got graded.
Dude, that is a sweet looking card
SGC
too, man.
8, great centering, crisp corners. I've had it for probably about 30 years. And I was like, I'm gonna take this to SGC and see what happens. And it's pretty cool, man.
Dude,
So
yeah, you got him wearing the tux and all,
I like it. And I like this set too of NFL tops in '83. This is
right?
pretty cool, man. But
So did you get that card as a kid?
I did, I did. I've had it for a long time. So, and I've always had this thing about I like NFL football players. I want to have the top 10 best running backs. I want to have a card graded from them, and I want to have the rookie card graded if I could.
Try to
I
get that
just
on
happen to
like on
have
a
that.
wall display, you think, or you gonna just kind of keep it in a box and be like, hey, here's my top 10, or
Yeah, I'm gonna let my kids know. Hey, these are the top 10 greatest running backs of all time. I may not be able to get the Jim Brown in an 8, but if I can get a Jim Brown in a 2 or a 3 as rookie, I'm set. I mean, he's part of it. So
that's still an expensive card. Even if you were to find a, let's say a centered, kind of well loved SGC2 of Jim Brown, that you're looking at, I reckon probably 400, 450, maybe five,
I would agree with you.
depending on how
Yeah,
nice it looks. Yeah.
my budget hopefully sometime in the future will be $800. So hopefully I
Maybe
get a
you can get
3
that
or 4.
yeah, three or I don't yeah, maybe if opportunity is right, yeah.
That's cool. But I mean, we can't discount this guy. He belongs in the club. He's definitely at top 10, top, he's got to be top 10, top 15 at least. I mean, top 15 for sure. So,
Do you remember I think it was in 93 when he got traded to or did he go as a free agent over to Kansas City?
yeah. And he resurrected his career a little bit.
Well,
So,
yeah, him
he
and
had
Joe
like he had
Montana,
like 2
man.
years of injuries and then he came back and then he had like 200 rushes. I was like, wow. I mean, he like kind of got a little second wind, so
Dude, he got him all the way to the him and Montana got Kansas City to
yeah.
the title game for the AFC, but the Bills, they were also a great team and they were destined to go to four Super Bowls in a row. That
Yeah.
Bills, team back in that era.
But Kelly, I would argue that those years in 3 years in Kansas City, I think cemented his Hall of Fame. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think he was close before, but getting over to that 12,000 yard barrier, doing those extra maybe like 3,000, 4,000 yards at Kansas City, I think that pushed him over the top. He
But
was a
let's say
great running back, but maybe not a top echelon guy before that.
I was gonna say, man, like when we were kids, I think that number of 10,000 yards rushing career wise was still like the standard
Okay.
based on
Yeah, I agree.
your 14, 16 game seasons back when we were kids. So yeah, and to get 10,000 yards is certainly a feat, very impressive. During that time period, and he finished
Yeah,
strong.
so could Joe Montana be the reason that he became the Marcus Allen he is, or was he already talented and they just happened to be incredibly Lamar Hunt's incredibly smart?
They worked well together.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hey, certainly if Marcus, if you're watching, you get wind of this, you want to join us. Happy birthday, man! Come on, CardBlitz. We will talk shop with you all day.
That'd be awesome. That'd be
Turning
great.
65, Marcus Allen, dude.
Woohoo!
Well, hey, let's segue a little bit into this. Like, we're still in the season of March Madness, aren't we? And it's Sweet 16 time.
Yeah, we are. And all the top 4 teams are still in it. So Duke, Florida, Auburn, and Houston, all the number 1 seeds, are still doing well, and they look pretty dominant, to be honest. So, like I mentioned last week, I mean, this could be one of the years where 4 number 1s could,
In theory,
statistically make it to the Final Four, which is most people say, "Oh, that's boring." Why? Because they want that Cinderella teams, but these teams are so good. So, I was looking on ESPN, and there's some percentages like Duke is 25% favorite to win. I think Florida's like 21%, Auburn's 11%, and I think Houston's like 8%, something like that. So these are these are powerhouse teams. It's going to take quite a bit of upset to beat these guys. So
are
I hope
there?
you're doing well.
I was gonna ask you, man. Are there any like surprise teams you see in the Sweet 16 that you didn't see coming that
Well, no,
made
I'll
it?
flip it around to that. I'll say the team that I thought would make it that did not, St. John's. I mean, they lost, and I was disappointed because Rick Pitino had a great year. St. John's is number 2. They had a number 2 seed in their conference, so in the area for St. NCAA.
They lost to
And
Arkansas, right?
yeah, I mean Arkansas looked great. I mean they beat them by like 10 points, I think. I mean some 10 plus.
Hmm.
So um
It can happen. It's basketball.
like Tennessee
That's why
looks
they play the
good.
games.
And I personally have Ole Miss going 2 more rounds. So Unfortunately, I'm bust out of my bracket because I had A&M going to the Final Four. I don't know why I did that, but you have to roll the dice with March Madness.
You took a little
But
madness, and unfortunately for you, came up a little bit short. But
yeah,
I saw a stat that said that like by Friday morning, something like 99% of the brackets across the U.S. had already been busted.
yeah, yep. And that's not uncommon. I mean, that's what is enjoyable. This tournament is so awesome about that.
To
That
make it
that's
to
what's
day
good.
two with the perfect bracket is rare.
Yeah, day two. I know.
That's funny, man. Well, let's do a little show and tell. You got anything you'd like to show off that you got recently or you found in your collection that you're like, man, this is a card worth showing off?
I haven't, but I'm gonna push it back to you on that one because I've got a couple goodies for next week.
Well,
I'm
um,
waiting till baseball season kicks in, and I'm gonna like jump right into it.
well, with the Facebook CardBlitz page, I kind of alluded this in the weekly mail day posts on Monday. I said that I got a card on Saturday, which I did, and it coincides perfectly with episode 12 because that's my favorite number 12. And the viewers of the show, y'all know who, yes, you know who I'm after. I collect Captain America himself,
That's right.
Roger Staubach. So still working on my quest of
Sweet man.
getting
Is that a seven?
yeah, SGC sevens, man.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. That's great.
Yeah, it's an awesome looking card, and it's one of those cards that the right price, very affordable, in a tux. Now, certainly, yeah, you're not gonna, if you're going for like an 8, 9, you're gonna pay pony up some dollars, but
Yeah.
SGC 7 wasn't too bad, and it's one of those, like I said, I'm on that run. I've got the 79, I've got this 76. Recently, SGC was in town at a card show. I submitted my 78 that I got
Okay.
from a dealer I know, Wendell, and so we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to keep working on my Roger Staubach favorite number 12,
Oh yeah. Oh,
episode 12, Pink
Wendell, the
Pinky
man who's
Run.
got all the old Cowboys cards.
Yep, definitely, man.
Yeah,
We
and
got to
the
get Wendell on
vaquero.
here one of these days, man,
He
and
had the
just talk
vaquero
shop.
cards. Yeah, I remember that guy. He's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
he had a good collection, man.
definitely. Wendell's a good guy, man. So Wendell, jump on board soon, man. Join us. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my one and only for show and tell. That's all I have.
It's hard to when you follow Marcus Allen. We'll just kind of go with that. I mean, Marcus Allen, Roger Staubach, and we're at the first 10 minutes. I mean, that's pretty intense. That's good.
Definitely, definitely bringing it with Roger.
Yeah,
Um, well, as we had kind of opened up the show with a little Major League Baseball action, certainly want to and we had our fantasy baseball draft recently,
yeah,
so I'm excited about our prospects for the season. I definitely want to get your thoughts on what you see going down, and I'll share some of my thoughts as well.
yeah. I mean, it's a good question. Good thing to talk about. I mean, I think there's some good teams out there, and some divisions are going to be tight. If I had to pick who my division winners are, I mean, I'll start in the American League. I think the Royals take the Central. I mean, the Tigers are up and coming. Everyone thinks, oh, well, they're a young team, but I think the Royals are the better team. And they've got Bobby Witt Jr., who could be the MVP.
Mhm.
I see them just being sneaky and getting in there. I don't know if they're going to be like a one or two, but I mean, it could be a two. I mean, I have no idea. But then the West,
Well, wait,
I
wait,
like
wait.
Nash.
So for the American League Central, you went with the Royals.
I'm going with the Royals. Yeah, who
Okay.
are you going to go,
I went
Kelsey?
with the mainstream, and that's certainly influenced by some of my fantasy baseball decisions. And we talked about that in a previous episode. This fantasy impact card collecting, and it does, and it impacted my decision. I'm going with the Tigers.
Are
I
you
think,
okay?
with Green and Carpenter, got some of the pitchers that they've
Blue
developed and
ball.
picked up in free agency. And they got like a 1-2 punch in their bullpen.
Yeah,
So, the no, Foley looks like he's going to be the closer. They could change, at the drop of a dime, and they have in the past. We've experienced that, but Yeah, I'm going to go with the Tigers. I think that they are your AL Central team to beat.
Yeah, I've got the Tigers in the wild card, so I would agree that they're a good team.
All right. Yeah, you want to go straight to the West or you want to go to the
Yeah,
East?
look, yeah. Let's go the West. I mean, I'm surprised at this at my own thoughts. It was between the Astros, the Rangers, and maybe the Mariners, and I'm gonna go with my Astros. I think with Altuve staying and Alvarez, being the cleanup hitter and like some young guys, I think their pitching is what's gonna make it happen for them. I think their pitching is good. It's good enough for
I
them to
mean,
win the
with
West.
was it Brown and Arrighetti and Valdez?
Yeah,
They've got definitely got three decent starters.
I mean, all those guys can go.
Blanco is that Blanco? Blanco's I
Yeah,
think number four.
that,
And dude,
that
he did the shutout last year, man.
well, I think Hunter Brown's going to be like number three, which is surprising. So, I mean, he's a good pitcher. So, I think all those guys could go 175 innings if they had to, if they're healthy.
Hmm.
So, I think that is what makes them my favorite because their bullpen doesn't have to work as hard. So, um, I think the Astros could do it, which would be their ninth in like 10 years or something like that, which would be crazy, man. So what about you, Kelly? What do
Well,
you think
I
about the
see
West?
2023 coming back in our lives, and you guys might get
Ah,
the division. We might give it up on the last day, but I'm going with my Rangers, man. And I know it sounds like it's a homer pick, but man, I mean, they got some bats. And now with the with Kumar Rocker coming back and coming up, and looks like DeGrom's going to be back in action, and he's a great pitcher when he's on. So and they got a closer now, so I feel pretty good about my Rangers. But we'll see, man. I think it's gonna be a battle between those two teams.
yeah.
Mariners are the young pups,
Tell me
and
about
they're
Burger.
developing, but they're
Yeah.
not quite there yet. They might sneak in the wild card.
Well, tell me about the Burger guy. I mean, look, I don't know anything
Big
about
Burger,
Burger.
he was with the White Sox, and then he got traded last season. I think to the Marlins,
Okay.
free agent, and then the Rangers scooped him up, and he's got some power. He's got a bat, and he's going to knock in some homers.
Nice, nice. So he could be a difference. So
Yeah, definitely, man. I think primarily, between third and first, he'll fill both the spots as needed.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd be excited for either one,
You know,
obviously.
I'm saying that I feel like we're both probably going to have very similar picks for our AL East team, but you
Yeah,
go
I don't
first.
know. I mean, my AL East team is going to be the Orioles. I'm going to
Huh?
surprise you guys. I think the talent is there, and I think last year was a flash of what they can do. And I think Gunnar Henderson could be. He's a top two or three guy to win the AL MVP. And when you have that kind of horse behind you with those young players, I think they all amp up their game. I'm concerned a little bit about the pitching, but if you're scoring 5.5 runs a game, well, I mean, you hope you're.
Burns, right? Burns left the team, and he's with the Diamondbacks, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, like,
So,
but like Gunnar Henderson is a stud. I mean, they got some good players. So,
man,
um,
they got their closer. He's coming back. He was injured last season, but I guess he's done with the rotator cuff surgery and Tommy John or whatever it was, and now he's gonna be back in action too.
yeah, I think, but I think some of the starters can make it. I mean, can go deep in games, and if they're scoring runs like they have last year, I mean, like last season they scored a lot of runs and they hit a lot of home runs.
Hmm.
So those projections trend upward. If anything else improves behind that, that equals wins. So
Do you think it hinges on Jackson Holiday?
he needs to set the table, but I think there's a lot of talent around him. So
Okay.
I mean, even our birthday boy last week, Golden Cowser. I mean, he's gonna do well, even if he bats sixth. So
Yeah, no, I mean the Orioles they've shown they're definitely developing a good team. I feel like they're more developed and further along the road than the Mariners. But that pitching, I just
yeah, it's tricky.
they might have to make some trades at the deadline to really get to contention.
But surprised me. Like they remind me of the Astros like 5 years ago, or 6 years ago. I mean, they have that potential talent at different positions, and then they sprinkle in a couple pitchers. They bring some up for the minors. All of a sudden, it just gels together, and they've got like 93 wins. and you're like, wow. But the Yankees and the Red Sox can be tough to beat. So that's a, I mean, that's gonna be a heck of a. I think definitely one of the wild cards comes from the East. I think the Yankees win the wild card, and then they may surprise somebody in the playoffs and make it to the next round. So it's gonna be tough. But I think the
I,
Orioles.
I was gonna say, man, I took the Red Sox.
You did?
Uh,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, I
I think
think.
you flip them all around. I mean, it could happen.
Well, I mean, I think they're stacked. Look at their offense, and Bregman's at third base, and you got Devers DHing now, and um, again, like you said, it's gonna be a coin flip, but and all three of those teams, and we're leaving out the Devil Rays, Tampa, dude,
Yeah,
like
they're always consistent, which is
that is gonna
you
be
know
a
what?
brutal division to be in the AL East. So, uh,
It comes down to the
no
last.
easy series wins, I think.
So it comes down to the first, like the second month of the season and the last month of the season when they played those 4 game schedules against rivals.
You gotta go 3-1 or at
You
very
have to go
like the
three. You have
2-2
to go three and
split.
one. You
You
have
got
to
to
go
get to
three and
those three
one.
and
Two
ones.
and two
Yeah,
is the worst. That's it. You have to.
I hear you.
I agree completely. Well, what
Next,
about the
we even
NL?
talk about like ALCS. Let's flip over to the National League and we'll go with what are you thinking for the Central?
I'm thinking Milwaukee. I'm going kind of a
The
wild
Brew
card
Crew?
pick. I just think that Milwaukee's going to get off to a hot start, and I don't think they relinquish their hot start. I think something changes this year.
Jackson Churio.
Yeah, and I think the years of Ryan Braun and some of those guys where they started really hot and they faded over time. I don't see it happening. I think this seems well balanced. So,
Mhm.
are they going to have the most wins in the National League? No, they're not. But in that division, I think they can beat up on some of their teams. So, I'm going to go to wild card instead of the Brewers. Um, you
But
know,
you said the Brewers are going to take the division, right?
to take the Central. Correct.
Take the
Yeah,
Central Division. I'm
yeah.
going to go with the Reds. I think that the Ellie De La Cruz
Woo.
impact and yeah, they got some decent arms and they got some other bats now on that team and I'm gonna go Cincinnati. I think it's a Big Red Machine Part 2 coming. They might
Yeah.
not make it
Wow.
to the World Series just yet, but it's coming.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
Well, hey, let's go up north or out east. Let's go with the NL East.
Okay, I'm going to go with the team that has been jinxed lately. So I'm going with the New York Mets. I just think
With
the addition.
Soto? You think
Yeah,
Soto's
yeah.
the missing piece?
I think Soto and Alonso. I think it's way too much talent. And Brian Beatty, I mean, or Beatty, whatever how you pronounce his last name. I mean, he's destined to become a star as well. I mean, the table's set. They have, you know, I mean, they've got some good players. And like
Mhm.
Jeff McNeil, who won the crown like 2 years ago, you put him at leadoff. I mean, Nemo. I mean, I think those guys can really do it. And I was surprised by what I thought, but I think if they come around and they start winning games, I don't think they stop losing them. So,
Hmm.
what about you? What do you think?
Well, I'm going to go with the Braves and the return of Spencer Strider.
Yes, he's a good pitcher, man.
Dude, and Acuna's coming back.
Yeah.
That'd be a tough team to hold down. And so I see the Braves. Is it again, man? It's gonna be a
And
battle.
Austin Riley, and I mean, you got some studs there. So I
Mhm.
agree with you.
Yep. And then NL West. What are you thinking?
I'm going the Dodgers. I think
You and the rest of the world, right? And
it's
America.
not a sexy pick, I admit it, but wow. You look up and down I mean, even Max Muncy could hit 30 home runs in that lineup. If he bats two spots behind anybody, if he's I'm 2 spots behind Freddie Freeman, how many homes? I'll hit 30. I mean,
Oh,
he's
that
gonna
is.
bat. He's gonna bat 200. He'll get away with it.
I mean,
So
folks will say that the Dodgers are currently the best team that money can buy. And with Otani deferring as much as he did over the lifetime of his contract to allow them to pick up these other players,
yeah,
look at their rotation.
dude.
Yamamoto, Sasaki, Clayton Kershaw. Isn't he still
Uh,
around?
Dude, Clayton Kershaw has the pressure taken off of him. That makes it even more dangerous.
Another DFW product. So yeah, I mean, and yeah, with those bats, like you said, and everyone knows Shohei. You got Freeman, you got Mookie Betts.
Yeah, I forgot
Our
about
man,
Mookie Betts.
is
Yeah,
it Santander? Is Did he stay with the Dodgers or did he go to the Blue
No, he
Jays?
went to the Blue Jays. He's the Blue
Okay.
Jays. Yeah, but I don't think the Blue
But
Jays going to push.
Hernandez.
Yeah, that's right. Toscar, he
He
stayed. He
he
stayed.
stayed.
Yeah,
So man, the
yeah.
Dodgers are gonna be good.
That's a
Real
powerful
good.
team. Yeah, it's a powerful team.
All right,
So,
so who do you have in the ALCS?
this is tough. I kind
Yeah,
of have the
we're not gonna go
Yankees.
through all the wild card games and like
Yeah,
little
I
divisions.
kind of
Let's
have
just jump to it, man.
I have the Yankees. I have the Yankees making it through from the wild card and upsetting. Um, I'm gonna go into details, but I think they beat maybe the Tigers as the other wild card, and then they take on the Orioles, and I think they upset the Orioles. I don't think the Orioles are ready, to be honest, but I think the Orioles are very good. So I think the magic of the Yankees shines through in postseason. Aaron Judge does not struggle.
Do you think the loss of Garrett Cole will impact them though with come
Oh, I
postseason?
think no, during the season it will, and then when they get towards playoff time, I think someone's going to have to step up, and I think that's what happens
All right.
in baseball. So, um, I think the Yankees, but in the what about you? What do you think about the ALCS?
I'm gonna go with in my notes. I've got Rangers, Red Sox.
Oh, you did. All right, nice.
I'm just gonna cut to the chase. That's who I think uh, does it, and I have the Red Sox winning it.
Wow,
I
that's wow.
think that they have a little bit better overall pitching staff. I think the Rangers have the bats, but I think arms can win arms win the game.
Hey, do you have who do you have the Rangers beating? Out of curiosity, do you have the Rangers beating? Are they there? So they'll be number one seed, maybe in your book, or
No, no, no. I see them
okay,
as the number two.
number two. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, so let's say two will play. So number one would be no. Who should, yeah. I can see that. I can see the
Yeah.
Rangers doing that.
So I'm going Red Sox, Rangers at the end, and Red Sox taking it. And then in the NL, I went with the Braves and the Dodgers, and I just don't
Yeah,
see anyone beating the Dodgers. So I think again,
I know.
star of Shohei reigns supreme. So then I have a Dodgers Red Sox World Series matchup. How about you? So who
I
do you
have
have in your
Yankees.
ALCS? Who do you have in your
I've
NLCS?
got super boring Yankees and Dodgers. Super boring.
That's your
But
World Series.
yeah, it appeals to Major League Baseball. So I think 60
Didn't we
million
do
fans
this last
love it.
season?
They did,
Oh, okay. Didn't they do
and
a couple of other times previously in the history of this Major League Baseball?
yeah, and I was like, I didn't tune out, but I didn't turn off either. So I was like, I'll watch it because it's playoff baseball. It's so exciting. So
All right.
uh,
So who do you have winning it all?
I think this is tough. I don't like either team, but I just think this is the time of Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. I just think that they prove that money can buy you a championship, and that's what happens. So it's unfortunate, but I think Shohei hits like 5 home runs in the World Series. I mean, I think he just elevates to the next level that we've never seen anybody ever play before.
Well,
And
very similar thought process. I got Red Sox, Dodgers, and I got the Dodgers going back to back. First time, like quarter of a
yeah,
century, repeat winner.
see, the issue with the Yankees I have is like Aaron Judge is. I mean, he's got to step up to the next level. He plays down here when these big games come on. I'm like, he's got to if he changes that. But I still see the Dodgers being too powerful. I mean, I think they're just too better of a team.
Well, why don't we now that we know who our Blitz viewers, Card Blitz viewers, they know what to expect from us on
But
the
not too
podcast.
exciting, guys. Sorry.
We are going to have to run through our little Card Blitz nuggets, a little
Yeah,
12
let's do
pack,
it, man.
little 12 piece, and we're gonna have to go through it pretty fast. So
Lead off, man. Go. Ready?
here we go. Leading off, we all start somewhere. That's like nugget number one in this hobby. Like don't be jealous of other people's collections. Just they started somewhere too, and they might have started younger. They might have started with deeper pockets, than you. But don't be jealous. Just you collect what you want to collect. and just
Yeah.
so that we all started someplace, and it's not where you begin, but later on when you finish.
Yep. I agree with that. You want to go number two? You want me to go number one?
You can just run. We'll just go back and forth,
You
man.
know what? I think you collect what you like. When I started in the collection, I loved autographs. I loved sending cards off. Got my Beckett little autograph, my address book, and I sent my cards out. Every Friday, I'd get so excited because that would be mail day. And I'd go to the mailbox with my little key, go open it up, and go, Cal Ripken responded. Corey Snyder responded. Dale Murphy responded. Oh my God. It was so exciting. So, I mean, do what you like. I mean, I think collect what you want to do. That's my advice. It'll jumpstart your hobby.
Well, my nugget number three is patience. And Rome wasn't built in a day, neither will your collection. So enjoy the process, take your time, shop for what you want, and at the end of the day, when all's said and done, it's your collection, it's your hobby, it's your experience. So be patient and enjoy the process.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Kelly. And when you do that, stay in your budget. Don't go. I mean, don't go crazy. I mean, everyone has a finite number of money. It doesn't grow on trees, doesn't grow in baseball mitts on the baseball field. But if you find something you like, I mean, stay within your budget and stay dedicated to it. And I think if you do that over time, I mean, I think your hobby will grow, and I mean, you'll be happy when you don't drop $300 in an Eddie Murray rookie or something like that.
All right, nugget number five, CardBlitz. Nugget number five is growth mindset, and that's just kind of making sure that you don't have too much pride in yourself, thinking that you can't always learn from someone else, so that um, there's a lot of knowledge out there, so don't let that be your downfall. Just appreciate what others have done and take their knowledge and add it to yours. To grow your collection. So you got other hobbyists. You got the internet, you got card shows, you got dealers, you got card shops. There's a whole plethora. You got YouTube, there's podcasts, there's so much out there. So again, open your mind, learn and grow.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that was part of my, I had that as my like ranking as well, but I'm going to go one step farther and just don't become too attached to one thing in the hobby. If you find that you like vintage cards, I mean, take a look at some other cards, some like subsets, like 78 Kellogg cards. They're 3D. I mean, those are kind of
Those are
cool. Like
cool cards too,
I've
man.
got 81 little TCP cards that are like credit cards. I'm like, those are pretty cool. I mean, like open your mind a little bit to different cards, and I think it may expand. It may if you're leaning one way, saying I never get any good cards in new boxes, new wax, or new hangers. Just go back a step and just go back, go retro, find something you like, and pick it up from there. I think that's good advice. I mean, it'll keep you interested.
Well, with me at Card Blitz Nugget number seven, you kind of mentioned this about staying in your own lane. I had the same thing. Just buy and collect what you like. Keep it simple, and don't don't purchase cards that you don't have a lot of knowledge about, and rolling the dice and taking a chance and saying, "Hey, this card could be of value, or this card might be popular one day, or I'm going to jump on this prospect or that prospect." Because again, if that's not your area of expertise, then learn about it first and then go after it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And I think this is what a lot of collectors don't do anymore. Be open to trades. I mean, trading was the way this collectible hobby got started. Hey, man, I like your cards. You have any Yankees? Oh, I'll trade you Yankees for Dodgers.
But they
Cool,
often
man.
called trading cards.
Yeah, they're called trading cards for a reason. Man, they'd be open to that. I mean, I know there's a lot of social media outlets to do that, but even find like local communities like in your city and
Or a
and
card
and
shop that has a trade night, or a card
yeah,
shop that has a trade night.
which I think is pretty cool. I mean, I think trading is, I mean, not only it's fun, but it's economical as well. You don't have to pay full retail for something you need. If someone else has something that you want and you have something that they want, that's the true value of the card. So
If it's
I think
win-win
trading
for
is
both and
important.
they both feel good, then it's a good trade.
Yeah, you walk away going, that was sweet. Cool, man. I'll see you next month.
And
Sounds
I've
good.
done some of that on the these Facebook groups. There's some trade groups, and
Yeah, you're pretty
uh,
good about that, Kelly. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
and foster those relationships. They help out in the future with other trades.
yeah,
Um,
I'd agree.
I was going to go with knowledge is power for my number seven is and again, be an educated consumer. Remember caveat emptor, those Latin words about buyer beware. There's gonna be no sympathy or mercy if you spend money on a card that doesn't pan out or a whole collection or a set. So know what you're getting into. Do your research. Whole world out there of knowledge and information, and make sure that you, the shrewd collector, enjoys the hobby and gets ahead on your terms.
Yeah, I agree with you. And like, you talked about this a couple points ago. Like, listen to experienced collectors. I mean, like I did not know anything about older cards when I got in the hobby when I was, 15 years old. And they're like, oh yeah, you should check this guy out. His name's Early Win. Oh, this guy, Robin Roberts, he was a great pitcher. This is Lou Brock. I mean, talk to those older collectors and I mean, even go online.
Hmm.
There's a lot of knowledge out there. And you touched on this earlier, Kelly. And then like I think maximizing that and learning about what the industry's like and why did people collect those cards. Well, because I'm from Cleveland and he was my favorite player. Cool. And he's a Hall of Famer now. So it's kind of cool to listen to older collectors, I think.
Right. Card Blitz nugget number 11 for me is enjoy. One word, enjoy this hobby. Enjoy. No right or
Yeah.
wrong way to collect. They're just it's your journey, your experience. So you need to enjoy, this path. And if it's always about dollars and cents, is it really a hobby or is it going to become more of a business? So
Yeah.
for me, it's a hobby. I'm more of a collector, not the big flipper guy, not trying to buy, sell, and trade, to move ahead with dollars and cents. I collect cards because I like looking at them and reading the stats on the back and looking at the artwork. So for me, it's an enjoyment process.
Yeah. I would agree. And number 12, go to a card show and experience what it's like. Don't be a collector on the internet only. Get out there. I mean, if you're in Indianapolis, if you're in Milwaukee, if you're in San Francisco, Dallas, Charlotte, go to a card show and just walk around and rub shoulders with dealers and other people and see what they're doing. I mean, it's just fun. I mean, they may turn you on to something that you have no idea that you're interested in. You're like, wow, that's cool. Never seen that card before. Happens to me all the time. So,
Dude, that's
I
an
would,
excellent point about getting out and actually enjoying the hobby by going to, card shows.
yeah, physically do it. That's the old school way of doing it. I mean, the internet's very powerful. People can do things. You don't even have to meet somebody in person. I'd challenge people to just get out there and just go pay the $5, $10, whatever it is, and just go support the business. Go support the industry, and you may find something you like. So,
Well, I would say next week, Patrick will stump you, not this week, because we got about less than less time. So let's wrap
okay,
up real quick with you know, um, again, this episode was packed with a lot of information. We appreciate you guys jumping on Facebook and joining the Card Blitz Facebook page, as well as the Instagram page for Card Blitz. So this thing's beginning to grow, and it's not going to happen without the support of you and your friends, getting the word out. So we appreciate it tremendously from
yeah, thank you
all of us.
guys.
All
Sounds
right, well,
good, Kelly.
dude, definitely like, subscribe, tell a friend. Let's keep growing this show, man.
All right, we'll see you next week for next episode.
And that's a wrap. We'll do it again next week. Take
All
care,
right,
y'all.
take care, guys. Bye.